Welcome to Channel 18 News. I'm Jim Rogers. Hopkins County law enforcement was seeking Bradley Curtis Cougar, age 41, of Kentucky. He was wanted for aggravated sexual assault of a child under the age of 6. The search had been ongoing for some time, and Kentucky law enforcement had been assisting in the search. Wednesday, Cougar and his attorney showed up at Hopkins County Jail. Cougar turned himself in, was booked in, and bonded out immediately. Local law enforcement was unaware of the book-in until KSST News brought it to their attention. They had wanted to question Cougar regarding the incident. Now that becomes more difficult, according to sheriff's investigators. Cougar is charged with aggravated sexual assault of a child that was 4 years of age at the time of the assault in Coleman Park. According to sheriff's investigator, the child made an outcry to its mother, who is an ex-girlfriend of Cougar. Cougar had a warrant, and the warrant called for a $100,000 bond. He is out on that $100,000 bond. While William Ryan Miller, age 26, of Sulphur Springs, was speaking with a Sulphur Springs Police Department investigator at the city police station, an officer was notified that Miller was wanted on an outstanding warrant for endangering a child, a state jail felony. Miller was arrested at that time. He's in Hopkins County Jail charged with endangering a child and is being held on a $30,000 bond. Here's Don Julian with sports.
We start with a news story. The Wildcats band had tryouts for drum major and color guard Thursday night, and we learned more from Wildcats band director Charles McCauley.
We had a great tryout last night. We had 13 kids who tried out for drum major, which is the most we've had, and usually you get some interest, and then a couple of them will drop out. None of these did. They all stuck with it, and judges were real impressed, and I was real impressed with the kids who tried out, and just the process of doing it. It's a real growing experience, just learning that leadership responsibility, going through the interview process, which is the judges asked some great questions last night. To see the maturity of the kids was really awesome. I mean, it was one of those, you have a couple of kids in there who you never would have dreamed would have tried out, and to see them mature and just have a great tryout is really cool. So it's a great experience, and it's a good experience for the kids and a real growing experience. We did choose 3 drum majors, the judges did. We have Riley Farley, who is currently a junior and plays tenor sax. We have Jillian Thomas, who is a junior, and she is a percussionist. And then we have Braden Fisher, who is a sophomore. So we'll have 2 seniors and a junior, and they are great kids. We had several that were really, really close. I mean, nobody did poorly. We didn't have a weak candidate. They were all really strong, and so that's really cool to see, and excited to have these 3.
I believe we had 3 last year, so the duties
we did. This is the 3rd year I think we've had 3, just because the size of the band's gotten a little bigger, and if we do a lot of backfield marching now, so when the band's turned around, you need somebody back there. So I think it's going to work out really well, and they'll each have different responsibilities, but we kind of haven't figured that out yet, but we will soon.
Okay. Color guard, what happened with that?
We had 12 who tried out for color guard. All 12 made it.
Oh, great.
And then our captain is Celeste Leeds La Liberté. And she is also, she's a junior this year. And she is also our first chair flute player and piccolo player. So she's really talented and had a great routine and did a really super job with that. So had 12 tried out and 12 made it. So it was good.
Any guys in there this year?
Yeah, we have one guy. Thomas is back. It's his 3rd year to be in, and so he'll be back. And we have 8 returnees and 4 new ones. So it's going to be a veteran squad, and that'll help because they're not going to, 2/3 of them will not be learning something brand new, or 3/4, whatever that is. So that's exciting, and they had a good routine, and they actually went pretty quickly. It took the drum majors about 3 hours, about 4:15 to about 7 o'clock or 7:15, and then the guard got pretty quickly. So they came in by 4s and did that, and then had our captain try out. So it was good. It was a good night, and really impressed with all the kids' preparation. And this is extra. Kids don't have to do this. This is all extra stuff. It takes extra time. And they put the work in and paid off.
I would assume maybe band banquet next now for you?
Yes, the next thing we have is band banquet. That's the 13th. Then we have a fine arts showcase on the 16th, which features. We're going to have first time we've done this. We're going to have the choir's going to sing a few songs, and the strings are going to play a couple songs, and drill team Blue Blazers are going to do a thing or two, and we're going to have some little theater vignettes, some little sets, some little things being done, scenes being done, and then the jazz band is going to finish with we're probably 3 or 4 songs. So it won't be real long. We're going to keep it going pretty quickly. But we wanted to do something and there will be some artwork out in the lobby. So the whole fine arts department will be involved. And I think that'll be great. And that's, excuse me, that's the 16th. So Band Banquet's 13th, 16th will be the fine arts showcase.
In the sports, the Lady Cats softball team dropped Game 1 of their bi-district series at Lovejoy Thursday night, 17-7. I talked about the game with Lady Cats softball coach David Carrillo on Friday morning.
Last night we definitely got what we anticipated to see. You know, offensively we knew they were going to be fast. They had a bunch of slappers. They were going to put it in play and start running, and that's what they did. And, you know, tonight we're just going to go try to figure out a way to slow them down. You know, we had a plan last night, and evidently, you know, there's some things that we did execute and some things that we did not. So we just got to be better at overall and cleaning it up. Offensively, I thought we played great. I mean, you know, Sadie Stroud hit the home run and Kelsey Wallace hit the home run too. And, you know, scoring 7 runs is a good thing. You know, we just, you know, like I said, offensively, I thought we played well. We just got to clean up some things defensively. And, you know, you hate to say this, but you almost with them, you have to play the perfect game, of course, defensively, because once they get on, you know, they create havoc by their speed and the ability to bunt and run, hit and run, slap and run, and do a lot of things. And, you know, that's the game that they're good at, and we're gonna figure out a way to slow them down and get after them tonight.
The thing that impressed me after, you know, they would get behind and just kept coming back. You know, we scored in every inning except the first.
Yes, I thought we played as hard as we could under the circumstances that we were under. You know, it's been an emotional week, and you know, when they stepped on the field, they were ready to go, and then they did the best they could, you know. And I love these girls. They battled, and I thought they fought with everything they had, you know. And you know that they're not softball dumb. They know the things that we need to fix tonight, and you know, we're going to get after it and try to do those things. And like I said, I couldn't be more proud of these girls because they've had to go through a lot, and they're still battling, they're still fighting, and they're keeping their head above water. So that's all you can expect out of your team. And I'm very proud of these girls. I tell you what, it's been a tough time, but that they are definitely, you know, they're just so much. They're just caring kids, you know, and it's more than just a game right now for us. So and it's been tough, but again, I'm just so proud of them.
Speaking of things outside the game, very classy act of Lovejoy presenting the team, my Lady Cats, with some gifts last night after the game, and it just kind of reminds everybody we're all in this together. You know?
Yes, and one of the things that come out too was their pitcher had just lost their grandmother a couple weeks ago, so you know, it definitely puts things in perspective. I know you know, people look at that scoreboard a lot, but you know, for me, I look at hearts, you know, and that's what we're trying to develop out of these kids, because I know this is a very fleeting, and you play for your 4 years and you go on, and then you, like I said, I always say it, you go on with your life. So that's what I feel like our girls are you know, as hard as this can be, they're trying to be strong for Bailey and their friend, and again, you know, they're getting it figured out, and that couldn't make me more prouder than as a coach, you know, to see the sportsmanship that they gave us, and for our kids to respond back to them the same way. You know, it is a game, but you know, there's more to it.
Yeah, hope a big crowd turns out tonight and really salutes these girls.
Yes. I mean, both teams, you know, proud of all of them. Everybody's going to do some great things in life, and again, you know, this is something more than a game for us right now. And you know, we're playing for Bailey, and you know, we're playing for, you know, just, you know, of course you want to advance, but again, you know, we're going to give it our all and try to play that perfect game and see what happens.
The Wildcats golf team finished up in 9th place at the regional golf tournament held Wednesday and Thursday at Rockwall Golf and Athletic Club. They played much better the second day. We get results from Wildcats golf coach Chris Owens.
Wednesday we had a 4 or 5 hour rain delay, and we got over there early and didn't think we were going to get it in, and waited it out and ended up playing in some crazy conditions. The wind was probably 30 to 35, maybe 40 mile an hour gust, and there was water all over the fairways, and so playing a lot of casual water, taking free relief from that, and everybody everybody in the field struggled. Wish we'd have had a little better score. We could have moved up the leaderboard a little bit better if our score had been better that day. But the second day, bounced back, played better. Still didn't do what we wanted to do, but the kids played well, battled hard, and we finished about middle of the pack.
Yeah, I think ninth maybe out of
Yes,
15
sir.
or something.
9 out of 50. Well, there were 16. One team dropped and didn't have a complete. They had some withdrawals and didn't have a complete team. So 9 out of 15, and was pleased with where they were and with what they did the second day.
First day, most of our team shot in the 80s, so did they
Yes, sir.
improved on that a little bit?
They did, yeah. Low 80s was a good score the first day. Alex Moats shot 83 the first day. Carter Lewis shot 84 the first day, which I was very pleased with that. Then we had a couple of high scores too. The next day we had 2 out of the 5 in the 70s. Matt Calhoun with a 79 and Caleb Lewis with a 78. Real proud of Matt. He battled some bad back issues, and that was why his score was so high the first day. And it felt a little better the next day, but he was in a lot of pain. But he did a great job fighting through that, and was proud of him.
As you look into the future, who are you going to lose off the squad? Alex Moats, obviously, and tell us what the outlook is.
Yeah, 3 seniors: Alex Moats, Caleb Lewis, and Matt Calhoun are seniors. Going to miss their leadership and their ability. We got some good young guys, though. Some guys that got some experience this year. Carter Lewis coming back, Andrew Escobar coming back, and then some younger guys that weren't there. Cameron Morris played well at district for us, so I'm looking forward to him doing some good things. Colton Bench played good early for us in the year, and we used his score a few times at some tournaments. So looking forward to what he can do too. So I think the tallest guy is going to be about 5'8", so we may be called the Little Rascals, but those guys compete hard and play well. So.
The Wildcats football team wrapped up the first week of spring football practice Thursday after school. We get a first week progress report from Wildcats football coach Greg Owens.
It's been really good. I mean, the first 3 days really spirited, and kids flying around. Day 4, little calmer yesterday. Actually, day 4 yesterday, a little calmer, just a little bit. So we got to do a good job as coaches. A lot of variety, but seen a lot of improvement every single day because we're able to work on specific things. Come back the next day, show video, correct it, go back out and do it again. So I've seen a lot of good stuff. So kids are having a great time right now, and I'm excited. I mean, it's good. It's been very beneficial for us now, and I'll be whining again in August because we don't have our week. But right now we're really enjoying it, and the kids are having fun.
Is this? I've tried to think of last year, and I don't remember last year's being quite as physical as we've seen this year. Is that true?
No, I think you're right. I mean, this year it is physical. Yeah. I mean, our young kids, our freshman kids, were really nervous the first day, and they were wide-eyed, and here they come looking around. Then all of a sudden, second day, they figured it out, and they started getting physical, and it has been really physical. Linebacker play, safety play. We've got some young kids too that are being very physical, and that's challenging the older kids a little bit. So we've got some depth there we're looking at, and I mean it's really good. I mean it's again defensively. Second year we've been in this scheme, in the 3-4 scheme. So our coaches, our kids, everybody understands what they're doing. So the recall on that's been great. And the offensive line every day figuring it out just a little bit. We're doing inside hole sessions, which are really physical, and defense knows it's run, so they can really tee off on you. So it makes it tougher on that. But seeing some really good running back stuff. And we don't have all the kids yet. Some of the kids are still playing baseball, and they're going through there. So, but the kids we have are getting after it. So we'll have a fresh group kind of coming in, the sub-varsity kids this next week from baseball, and so they'll bring some more life to the situation, and so it'll be good. So I mean, everything's right now is going great. We're doing good things.
As I remember last year, one thing that spring did for you was allowed you to get way ahead and like the implementing kickoffs. Kicking game, all kinds of situations that maybe you're 2 or 3 weeks in the season, sometime in the regular season in the past, but is that, I'm sure, still going on?
Same stuff. We're taking 2 days a week doing special teams right now. So last two, I think it was Tuesday and Thursday, I did punt. So we did punt protection. We'll kind of continue to do that. So we've gone through the drills and more technique stuff. So they're figuring that out. So we're putting that in. We'll put in P.18 and field goal. We'll put that stuff in, and I'll work on a little kickoff return. May or may not work on kickoff. May just put a little bit in, talk about the details of it. But kickoff return, really punt, and P.AT is really what we focus on right now, because a lot of technical things in those deals.
Okay. Before we let you go here, football banquet coming up on Monday, and
Football banquet Monday night at 6 o'clock. High school cafeteria. Big Smith barbecue will be served. It's $8 a person. And again, start serving at 6. And as soon as everybody gets served, we will start the banquet. And it's usually about, 2.5 hour process. And we'll recognize all of our varsity teams in every sport. And it's just a good time just to remember. I always enjoy that part of it, because we get to reflect back with, this school year seems to have gone so fast, but you forget some of those things because you're in the heat of the battle. But you could go back and talk about the things and accomplishments of each team and those sports. And sometimes I hear some stuff I didn't even realize went on, just because you're not there in those situations. And when I'm coaching in the fall, I don't get to see a whole lot of volleyball, but to hear about that stuff and cross country and just everything that's happening. And we've had a really good year. But again, it's, when you go from one sport to the next, you kind of forget about it pretty quick and move on. So I like the way we do it. A lot of schools do it sport by sport, but it's kind of neat when you do all the sports together and everybody gets to celebrate with everybody and what they've accomplished this year. So, and it's been a great year for everyone. So return to the playoffs for a bunch of us, going deep in the playoffs. Our girls programs have had the most success probably in school history these last few years, and they are really exceptional and doing a great job.
Thinking about that, some of the district-winning Lady Cats track athletes are involved in a big regional meet today.
Right. Yeah, well, they are, and they're over there now. I think Amani had I think they said maybe an 18 long jump this morning. I'm not sure. I got a deal on that, and so we've had the 3,200 run this morning. So that stuff's all taking place, and the getting ready for the prelims today for the relays. So it's good stuff.
North Hopkins pitcher Caleb Wyatt threw a no-hitter and struck out 16 Yantis batters as the Panthers defeated the Owls in Yantis 5-0 Thursday afternoon. The game was scoreless through 3 innings, but then the Panthers got 1 run in the 4th inning and 2 runs apiece in the 5th and 6th innings. They scored those runs on 5 hits. Wyatt was also 1 for 4 at the plate with a run scored and 2 RBIs. Bryson Gillespie was 1 for 4 with an RBI. Wyatt Wharton was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Javier Rojo was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Colby Cameron was 1 for 1 with 1 run and 2 walks. The Panthers stole 9 bases. Chase Williams and Colby Cameron had 3 steals apiece. Wharton had 2 steals, and Javier Rojo had 1. The Saltillo Lady Lions softball team lost to Bloomberg 20-13 in a bi-district playoff game Thursday night. Both teams scored 2 runs in the first inning. The Lady Lions took a 3-2 lead with a run in the top of the second. Bloomberg scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning to take their first lead at 6-3 after 3 innings. There was a lot of scoring in the 5th inning. The Lady Lions scored 8 runs, and Bloomberg came back with 3 runs, and the Lady Lions were back in the lead after 5 innings, 11-9. But then Bloomberg surged back into the lead with a big 8-run bottom of the 6th, and they led 17-11. Saltillo added 2 runs in the 7th, and Bloomberg counted with 3 to make the final score 20-13. Lady Lion Melissa Gronwald hit a triple and was intentionally walked 4 times. Melissa Tawill had 2 doubles and a single. Casey Sanders hit a double and a single. Christy Gurley had a double. And Tori Mobley, Rainey English, and Madison Simmons all had 2 singles, and Jordan Sestair had a single as well.
Thanks for watching Channel 18 News. Have a great evening.